Box, boho, and knotless braids are some of the most beautiful hairstyles, but they are not the most protective, and I'm going to dive into why. I'm also going to talk about some style alternatives and even give you some direction on how to wear these styles to make them a bit more protective so that you don't have to throw the whole style in the bin. If length retention is your goal, then I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why a style can look protective and still cause breakage and what you can do instead. What's up, y'all? My name is Okwe and I am the owner of Transformed by O for almost 10 years and a natural girly for 20 plus years. So let's dive in. When it comes to hair care, just remember that tension is always an enemy. When you get a fresh install, you definitely want it to look sleek and well put together. But remember that neat does not always equal it having to be tight. And some of the major areas for tension that are danger zones are your hairline, your temples, your nape, and especially that middle. I've seen one too many bald spots from ponytails. If your hair is tender, itchy, or if you see any white bulbs, maybe after a week of having that install, that's a telltale sign to let you know that that hairstyle is way too tight. You can fix this by opting to have the first row bigger, telling your stylist to do things a lot looser, or even learning to do it yourself, as you will be the one able to manage the tension on your own scalp. The second reason why your protective style is really not protecting is your hair is getting drier because you quote unquote put it away, but you're not actually taking care of it. Don't get me wrong, I too enjoy the break that protective styling can give me from the day-to-day styling. But the issue is when the hair is hidden, people tend to stop moisturizing, they stop stealing, and they stop paying attention, and then they end up going weeks and months without ever shampooing their hair, and dry hair eventually breaks. I typically recommend that clients shampoo their hair every 1 to 2 weeks, but I do understand when you're wearing a protective style, you might want to go longer, so every 3 to 4 is okay. But I do think that you should pace this. This shouldn't be 3 to 4 weeks for the rest of the year. I do think that there can be a time period where you go 3 to 4 weeks, and then once you take that style down, you're shampooing your hair every single week for a month, and perhaps you can go back into a style and then do that cycle again. But you should never go back to back to back without shampooing your hair for 1 to 2 weeks at a time. Now, of course, there are some people who they just have the type of hair that can do that. They can go a month at a time without shampooing their hair, without even spraying a leave-in conditioner on. Usually those people who have hair like that and their hair is flourishing is because they are under the care of a stylist, and they have a routine that works for them. But I would say for the average person, this should not be your routine. You should shampoo your hair every 1 to 2 weeks, possibly 3 weeks, but I do think that's pushing it. And when it comes to protective styling, you can probably go every 2 to 4 weeks. But getting with the stylist to get your routine down pat would be the best route. One of the things I tend to ask clients is why they don't like wash day at home. And there are various reasons. Some of them, they don't like the sensation of shampoo in their ears. Some of them, they feel like their hair is very tangly and they always make a mess. So there are many reasons why I can understand why you don't want to do your shampoos at home. However, one thing that I've noticed is the more frequently you actually shampoo your hair, meaning once a week, maybe even twice a week, you actually encounter less dryness, less tangling, and it becomes a lot easier. Now, of course, the style that you wear may be something like a wash and go, or maybe just 2 braids, something very simple and quick to put up. But I will say frequent shampooing can be easy once you get your routine down, because also, like I said, you will have less dryness and you will have a lot less tangling. The third reason your protective style is actually not protecting is because you're damaging your hair during the takedown. We've all been there when we've left braids in a little bit too long, especially when it's hit the 3-month mark. You have a lot of buildup on your roots, especially if you haven't been shampooing it in between. And now your hair has a high potential of matting if you don't take good care of it during the takedown. So one of the things I highly suggest is that before any water touches your scalp or hair, you should saturate your roots in oil, especially that area where the braid meets your hair, because that is the area that has the most buildup and the highest potential for tangling. Once you've saturated the roots with that oil, I highly suggest you finger detangle it, massage it in very well so that it breaks it up easily, and take your time and separate and detangle each little piece of hair. This is specific to taking down braids or a sew-in, anything that you've kept in for a while, or honestly any protective style that you've honestly kept in longer than a month. You want to be very gentle with your takedown, taking it down with oil and combing it out thoroughly. Before you follow that with a conditioner, I would suggest something like Aussie Moist or a L'Oreal Hydrate that can really add a lot of slip to the hair. and you do all of that, you ensure that your hair is thoroughly detangled before you decide to move on to the shampoo. Honestly, the best solution for takedown is to go to your stylist, especially if you're getting a sew-in taken down, because you don't want to have all of this growth and then you have an accidental thread that gets cut, but it's really not thread, it's your hair. So, or the process for detangling gets rushed and now you're stuck with matted hair after that first shampoo. You want to avoid all of that by going to a professional or taking your time when you take down your hair, because you don't want a protective style to ruin your length retention goals. Now let's talk about a couple of style alternatives. These are low manipulation, your ends are tucked, and your scalp is not under stress. So I have a couple of styles such as mini twists. Mini twists are your perfect style that has no tension practically, can be done at home, and can be worn for a while. I would even throw in mini braids with this as well, because you can do this 1 week and wear this for up to 4 weeks, but still shampoo your hair in between. Now, this is perfect for people who have thicker hair. I will say there is a very minor caveat for people who have fine hair like me. I used to do mini twists all the time back in college, and I loved it. It was very easy, very protective. However, after week 3, my hair did start to tangle because I have very fine strands. So I would say after maybe the first or second round of shampooing with the twist in, I would shampoo it, take each individual twist down and put it right back in. That keeps it protective. It keeps you from having to do a whole detangling session, but it also allows you to wear a protective style without having to start from scratch, essentially. Flat twists are another great style, and it's one of my clients' favorite styles to wear. I also have flat twists that I do with added hair, added Marley hair. If you want to learn how to do that, check out my online courses. But ultimately, it's a style that's tucked away, fully put away. It's great to wear as a regular style. You can wear it as a twist out later. You can even put it under a wig later. Another style is crown braid. A crown braid is very simple. It can be done on freshly shampooed hair, or it can be done on blow dried hair. Easy to take down after a week, but also very cute and elegant. Another style is a wash and go. And yes, I do believe this should be a part of your protective styling or weekly styling if you want something that is low tension, low maintenance. And once you get your method down, a wash and go can be a very useful style in your arsenal. A ponytail. A lot of people may disagree with me on this, but I do think ponytails can be protective and can be worn on a somewhat weekly basis. But of course, low tension, very low tension. A silk hair tie should be used. And I would say no gel except on the edges. So there is a right way to do a ponytail. You just have to be very mindful. Another thing is half wigs and flip over wigs, headband wigs. I think those are excellent wigs that you can use to have low tension, but add a little bit of extensions. You can have that front braided. You can just wear it with a headband. You can leave your leave out in the front. Now that one may not be as protective, but if you wanted a change in pace, it's an excellent style to wear. A lace closure wig. I love lace closure wigs because they are in nature glueless wigs. Guys, remember that it's not about the style looking protective, but it's about how you treated your hair before, during, and after you take out that style that makes it protective. Leave a comment with your most protective styles below and how you keep it protective. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody. And I hope to see you back here again next time. Bye.